Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Hope you're having a lovely day. Now today's video is going to be a wax melt empties video. Now I cannot remember the last time I did one of these. I've still been burning all my waxes and stuff like that. However, what has seemed to happen recently, there's not all of the waxes I've got aren't completely empty, so I'll burn half or something and then store it away and vice versa. So that's why you haven't seen as many wax melt empties videos. I have been burning just as much wax, it's just I tend to have not been finishing them and then going on to something else. However, I do have a bag here, just a little, carrier bag full of wax melt empties. Now these waxes are from various brands I have here. I can't actually even remember 100%. A lot of UK vendors, so I think there's companies like Jaded Scents in there, Effie's Wax Melts, and then you've got the Yankee Candle, Goose Creek, might be some from Scents in there, and some older scents as well, because I've been trying to raid through my stash and go through my old waxes first, because a lot of the time if you leave your wax for too long the scent will go away. And I know I could have had in some of my stash wax that could be like 4 years old. I was like, oh my god, I've got to melt these. So I'm going to go through all of these now with you. As I said, they're a mixture of UK vendors and just normal consumer brands, and I will just tell you my thoughts on them. And there have actually been a few that have I've melted them and then I've gone back to them a few weeks, or say like a month later, and the scent has slightly diminished. So I'm going to get into that in a minute. But the first one I can see here is, the packaging it's actually breaking on me, is Goose Creek in caramel butter. Now this is one of their older waxes. I have been this is a fab wax. This is a fab wax, and I have been a fan of the Goose Creek wax melts for so long, because they were really good value for money. I haven't bought any new ones for ages, so I couldn't tell you what their prices are now, but I think they're about the same, around about £4 for this sort of tub, which contains, let's have a look, 2.1 ounces, 59 grams, and they're easy to sort of break about. So you get like a container like this. Let me open it up if I can, and you can see there's like segments inside of there, and they're so easy to get the wax. The wax is so moldable and so soft. It's so easy to get the wax out. Now again, I love this scent, not as much as some of the other scents they've had out in the past, but a really nice, gorgeous, creamy, oh so nice caramel scent with a hint of butter in there, but I'd say it's like a creamy caramel, basically, nothing more, nothing less. A scent really perfect to burn any time of year, but I think really good for autumn time. I definitely recommend picking that up. If you love Goose Creek, you're probably going to love that scent. So yeah, a nice bakery scent there. I have here from Canny Cozy sherbet lemon. Oh gosh, I mean these containers were pretty damn big, the one thing I'd say, but I have to say this sherbet lemon scent was really good, mega strong. I'm not too sure what's happening with her waxes at the moment. She is a UK vendor from Newcastle, and I think she's going to start doing wax again. I'm not too sure, I'm not up on it, but it was a really nice scent, a nice sweet lemon, just smelt like the sherbets you get in the sort of the old style sweets, like you can go to an old style sweet store, ask for a lemon sherbet, or just go to M&S and pick up a packet. Gorgeous scent, lovely scent. For me, sweetie scent you can kind of burn all year round. That's just because I love sweets. Now, the next one I have here is from Butterfly Scents. Now, another really good UK vendor. They are always having sales on at the moment. I think at the moment they had something like, you'll get, if you do like you can buy a £10 mystery bag, I think in like a scent theme, and you get actually £20 worth or something like that. So definitely at the moment worth looking at the Butterfly Scents website. They're having fantastic deals on all the time. This wasn't one of my favourite scents from them. This is an older one called Purple Hooters, and it was like a very sweet American soda poppy kind of scent to me. Nothing wrong with it, just not one of my favourite ones, but again, the scent was pretty good. Out of 10, I'd say it's 7. Lasted for a long time, but Butterfly Scents are another UK vendor that is really worthwhile having a look at. Price wise, fantastic. And now I have here from Wilko, which one was this one? Rhubarb Sugar Melon. Really enjoyed this scent. I really did. I've melted all of these cubes. I think there was something like £1 this one, super cheap, and it was like a sugary melon with a hint of rhubarb. Not too much rhubarb or two, to be honest with you, but mainly melon. A nice summer scent, which is when I did actually melt all of it. And for £1, or I think it was £1.20 was what I bought it for. You can't complain, you know. Now I have this is from the Effie's Halloween box, the mystery box, which I still think is fantastic value for money. Cake at Carrie's. Now this was a gorgeous kind of walnutty coffee style cake for me, though I would say with the Effie's wax melts, what I've noticed, you need to burn them pretty quick, because not loads, but I did notice a little bit from obviously when I did my review and from when I've carried on melting them, the scent has slightly diminished. So if you're going to purchase from them, make sure that you do use the waxes pretty quick, because I've noticed that my scent has diminished a little bit. Not loads, but I have to be completely honest with you, it has diminished somewhat. Now I have here wax melts. This is an old wax, like I said, I had in my stash, and this is just Rainbow Sherbet by Wax Melts by Francesca. I don't know if they're still doing wax melts anymore, but this was like a sweetie scent, but was so faint because I've had it in my stash for ages. So to be honest with you, I can't really do a full review on that because it didn't really smell of anything, but I think it's because it was so blinking old, so it's probably my fault. The next one I have here is Simply Home Yankee Candle and Apple Spice Potpourri. Now I did actually really like this scent. I think it's a fantastic scent for autumn. Of course, I don't believe that Yankee Candle are doing the Simply Home range anymore. You might be able to pick them up on eBay or somewhere like that, but I thought this was a great scent, nice and apple-y with like some spices of a bit of basically a potpourri scent, and I thought it was really good, perfect for autumn. I think I have a few of these in there, but I did really like them. The Yankee Candle Simply Home range, to me, for wax melts and little sort of votive candles and things like that, was really good. Much better than what we've seen of late. Now another one that was really good from Yankee Candle was Fall Glory. Now, yeah, get all sort of, you can just even see from this teeny picture, basically lots of fall fruits on there, and that's what it smelled of. Autumn fruits, really nice. And again, I'd recommend this one if you can pick the blinking thing up. So as I said, these are pretty old, been in my stash for a while, and I wanted to get rid. So the next one I have here again is for Yankee Candle Simply Home in Rain Washed Berry. Just those tarts you get. Again, a fab scent because you picked up on like dark berries with that gorgeous rainwater scent. Loved it, super strong. All of these Yankee Candle Simply Home ones were really strong. I'd say 7.5 to an 8 out of 10 for strength for me. Much better than anything they've produced of late. And yeah, again, another really good scent for autumn time, and definitely worth picking up if you can get your hands on it. Now I found some of these, my god, these are so blinking old. Aroma Melts, and this was in Mahogany Apple. Comes in like a circular kind of wax, and you kind of split it open. Really dodgy shape, not gonna lie, but these are so blinking old. I think about 4 years old, and they've been in my stash, I've forgotten about them, and I melted them and they still had scent. It smelt of like a kind of woody apple, if that makes sense. Still liked it, and it still had some scent, so that was good. It wasn't my favourite, my gosh, but been in there for 4 years. I'm surprised it had any scent at all, so I tended to maybe melt them with like some other waxes as well of a similar scent, you know, like a similar fragrance. So that's what I did with those, but yeah, still pretty damn good. What else do I have in here? I have here from the Little Melt Company, Moonlight Pomegranate. Now this actually was pretty good. It's not my favourite type of scent. I believe I got it in a wax box at some point, but the scent has lasted really well. You've got the pomegranate with like a slight kind of perfumery scent, with all kind of watery scent in there as well. Not my favourite type of wax melt, but I think actually good for a rainy autumn day. And yeah, I didn't mind it, so I wanted to use that one up, and I did, and not bad. The scent has lasted, so that is always good. Again, here I have another Aroma Melt Mahogany Apple, and some of these I had like a few of the same scent, so I just wanted to use them up. Again, another Yankee Candle Rain Washed Berry. Let's see if I can find something else. Right, this was Casper Cookies from Effie's Wax Melts. Again, like the scent, a sweet kind of scent to this one. If you want to see a full review on every single wax melt, then I do have videos. I have an unboxing and a review. However, I did notice with this one the scent has diminished a bit, I'm not gonna lie, so that is a little bit not disappointing. I'm not saying I did store all of these correctly, but it's still not bad. You have to remember I'm extremely fussy, so I did notice the scent had diminished a little bit, which is a bit of a shame, but you know, I still liked it, so that's fine. Okay, the next one I have here was Elsa Brie from Jaded Scents. No packaging on this one. This is an old wax from her, and still smelt gorgeous. Oh my god, smelt of like cake, and like a sponge cake, if that makes sense, like a sponge, buttercreamy icing on there. So gorgeous. Oh, I absolutely loved it. So fantastic. Absolutely love that one. And I've got that yonks ago as well, so her scent does last. It does hold its fragrance for a while when you put them away. What else do I have here? I have here, ooh, Yankee Candle Simply Home Pantry Spice. Now, another really good wax melt to burn around autumn time. Again, if you can get your hands on it. As I said, the Simply Home range are really fab, and all the spices, you know, all like the kind of nutmeg, clove, cinnamony spices. Another really good one just to burn, melt at Christmas time, because you get all those gorgeous spices that you might get around that time of year. Loved it. I just wish Yankee Candle would go back. I mean, don't get me wrong, some of their home inspiration stuff is fab as well, but their candles and stuff have really been a bit poo, and I do think the price point is a real issue for a lot of people. You're getting so many UK vendors now, again, that are popping up that are so good. And if anything, what I'm concerned about with the UK vendors is where the prices are getting so cheap, they're going to push each other out of business. And I think people are also, unfortunately, customers are becoming slightly greedy maybe, because you can get so much from these UK vendors now, but they've got to make a living as well. So remember, people, please be fair. And another one, this is actually a votive I had from Yankee Candle, and it was in November Rain. Actually, I could actually smell this one. I know, I'm quite shocked, but like a nice rainy with the autumn leaves scent. Nice scent actually, that one. Okay, what else do I have in here? Another Yankee Candle Pantry Spice, which I've already mentioned to you. And another Yankee Candle Pantry Spice, but again in a votive, which actually was pretty good. I tend to put the votives, if I've got 3 of the same scent, I'll put them in a mixology, or, you know, melt some scents together. Otherwise, I'll just put them in a little tea light on their own. I'm trying to see if I've got anything else in here. I have in here, again, from Yankee Candle Simply Home, Apple Spice Potpourri, which again was a fantastic one. And a few, I think more, another aroma melt. And I have here Paradise Spice. This was a votive candle which smelt of nothing, not gonna lie. And it didn't, the wick actually broke as well. But anyway, it doesn't matter, just one of those things, I'm not gonna cry over it. But that is all of my wax melt empties for the moment. Like I said, I have been melting like a crazy lady. However, the problem is that I tend to melt half, stash it away, and sometimes that's good as well, because you can see if the scent lasts, if that makes sense. And yeah, so that is my wax melt empties for the moment. I will continue to do these, so you know, you can see what I'm melting and you can see how everything's performing. But anyway, I do hope you enjoyed the video. Please subscribe to my channel if you're new, and I hope you have a fantastic day. Bye.